Hello, Dr. John Tripp. Greetings to Hemant Kumar and Nikhil Bhandari. My name is Mrinal Chakraborty, and I am representing my group for the data visualization group assignment presentation. The other members in my group are Janaki, Pavani, and Sandeep. The objective of this visualization is to explore the sectors of entry into the Australian economy and to understand inflation, which is the biggest contributor to the incremental cost of delivery in Australia. The source of our data is the Australian Bureau of Statistics. Let me move on to my first visualization. On our first look, we get to understand that Australia ranks third in the per capita GDP among all its peers. Looking a little deeper, we understand that the sectors of mining is highly overvalued, whereas the sectors of retail trade, wholesale trade, and professional services remain much undervalued. When I say valuation, I am referring to value attributed to the industry to the income it brings into the economy. A little closer look to the sectors would consolidate the fact that it is best to enter with professional services and retail trade, since Australia has a voracious appetite for professional services, and you would see, and this is further cemented by the fact that most of the Indian vendors have more than 6,000 people servicing the Australian economy. The retail seems to be again a very good sector to move into. Moving back to the dashboard, we now understand that if we would like to move into Australia, professional services, retail trade, and possibly wholesale trade are the best bets to move into. Let me quickly move on to my second visualization, where I am explaining as to, since we have zeroed in on the sector, the highest contributor to the incremental operation cost will be inflation. Australia rather has the highest inflationary pressure in the global economy. That's one of the reasons why it has a high unemployment rate in its economy. We further forecasted the inflation of the capital cities of Australia, and we recommend not to be anywhere around Sydney for doing any operations. Melbourne and Brisbane seem to be better candidate cities. Since the sectors which we proposed, that is professional services, retail and retail trade, are mostly manpower based industries, we recommend that, since the core CPI seems very high, we strongly recommend to be in a city which has lower inflation, since core CPI will be a very big incremental factor towards the cost. To conclude, I must say that Australia seems to be having a promising future for businesses in professional services and retail trade, but the strings to be attached to that proposition would be that the companies who are looking at entering Australia should be cognizant to have an incremental operational cost of around 3 to 4% every year to be there. Thank you very much for giving time. It's been a pleasure to learn from you, and we look forward to interacting with you further. Thank you.